And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk Show. Yes, we're back again Sunday morning, 7 o'clock a.m. That's not a big deal. That's not a big deal, Crypto Hulk. You should show at 5 a.m. Those are rookie numbers. Welcome back again. Yes, we got a good show lined up. A lot of fundamental news. First five people: Steve Mariano, Crypto Greek, Gunner, 552 Man, James. And then Brian showed up. Those are the first five in there. Matthew Boyd. Welcome to the entry-level membership. Matthew Matt. Stu, it's tough some days. Yes, it is. Let's look here. Where do we want to start? Let's start with the crypto that we talked about here on July 5th. Let me go back. Let me do a copy and a paste. So this crypto here, we always talk about really good crypto on this program. I let you know early. That's the whole point of it. We talked about it on July 5th, and it's called Centrifuge. Let's go over this crypto right here. Some of you still have it. Centrifuge launches a tokenized. So what we're seeing here is this. I don't care about the crypto prices right now. Totally irrelevant. The good thing is this. You watch Crypto Hulk Show. We go over cryptos that are solid and they're super cheap, and we catch them before they get expensive. That's basically what we do. Some people put that down, say, oh, you go over cheap crypto. Yeah, that's usually what you want to do. Go over the cryptos when they're cheap and you buy them. Exactly, that's what we do. I don't see how that's not good. So anyhow, dumb people have dumb things to say. What we have here is Centrifuge, and they're offering the world's, listen to this, because this is one of these cryptos that people are like, oh, you just buy all these cheap cryptos. Yes, we do. Exactly, we do. This Centrifuge is offering the world's first blockchain-based index fund already licensed by the S&P Dow Jones. You ever heard of the Dow Jones Industrial Average and shit? Probably not, because you're too fucking stupid making comments about my show. That's okay. But this is the very first crypto that's licensed on the S&P Dow Jones. Very, very interesting. Let's continue with this article here. Real world assets. So I told you guys, I've only been telling you this a few years now. There's two things that we've got to have in a crypto before you even think about getting rich. One, global crypto regulations and real world tokenization of assets. Look right here at this crypto here. This is exactly what we're talking about. It's leading the way. This is the first one. Real world asset specialist. It's called Centrifuge. And we talked about this July 5th. We pumped it about 44%. Made a little cash on it. Can't hurt. You put in $500, you make $250. Not bad. Take that $250, put it in the Centrifuge, move on to the next crypto. What just happened? You got the crypto for free. That's what we do on this show. Real world asset specialist Centrifuge has debuted the first licensed S&P 500 index fund on blockchain. It's called SPXA, and it's on the base network. SPXA, Sam Paul X-ray Atom. The fund allows around-the-clock trading of the S&P 500 with transparent holdings and is managed by Janice Henderson and Centrifuge's Anemoi. 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 Whatever the fuck that is. The initiative is part of a trend Are you seeing this? Because I'm telling you what, this is first mover advantage. It's a trend that here's what's funny about this article. It's on CoinDesk. This is the first crypto to do this, yet the article says this initiative is part of a trend. But this is the first one to do it. How is there a trend when this is the first one? Okay, we're going to leave this one alone. This initiative is part of a trend to tokenize real-world assets for operational efficiency and liquidity. Remember the two things we need to be rich: global crypto laws and real-world tokenization. Those things have to start happening, and we're starting. The article's showing that this is now a trend, so we're not there yet. Real-world asset specialist Centrifuge has launched what it calls the first licensed S&P 500 index on blockchain rails, opening one of the world's most recognized equity benchmarks to top chain investors. You know what's awesome is that we looked into this crypto and we were buying this back in July. And here, this crypto is now finally hitting the internet as the first crypto to do this. That's what happens when you watch Crypto Hulk Show. We're ahead. These other channels, they don't even look into this. All they do is talk about what's the latest with the news or what's popular. Like, I don't give a fuck about that. My goal is I want to make money right now. Now, I don't know if that's your goal. If you want to sit around and go to private groups on the internet and hear conspiracy stories about three-letter agencies, whatever, hey, tell ghost stories around the campfire and shit when you're a Boy Scout. Hey, well, I used to be a Boy Scout, Cub Scout, Weeblo, Boy Scout, leadership stuff, not a big deal. Let's move on. The offering here is the first tokenized. They really keep repeating that a lot. It's not that I'm getting old and repeating. It's just they keep repeating this shit. This Centrifuge allows the S&P 500 a wide basket of the largest publicly traded U.S. companies that covers roughly 80% of the United States equity market to trade around the clock with transparent holdings. Falcon X, a digital asset brokerage, was an anchor investor in Centrifuge. Now, here's another crypto. Wormhole comes in. They've got it at Caleb Brown. Wormhole, a cross-chain messaging protocol, will handle future expansion to other blockchains. Now, we're getting into this. Now it's going to start opening up again. Centrifuge is going to be using Wormhole, which is Ripple's partner. They're utilizing the Ripple sidechain. Here we go again with that sidechain, the Cosmo SDK. Damn, Crypto Hulk, that shit keeps popping up every day now. Are you seeing me? This is what's going on. I'm showing you here this Ripple. Okay, Ripple worked with a company called Peersis. We've only been going over this the past 3 to 4 cryptos. Not a big deal, okay? What I'm showing you is institutions are now coming in. I don't care about the price. The crypto prices are dumping, and that's A-okay. That means for those of us who don't have enough, it's our chance to get in where we fit in, okay? I'm showing you this here. Falcon X is a digital brokerage. They are an anchor. They're the ones who early into Centrifuge gave them lots of money to keep going. This article's telling us, it's telling you, hey, buy Wormhole. Go to Caleb Brown and buy Wormhole. That's what the article's telling you, okay? It's not me just telling you to do that. My name's Crypto Hulk. I'm not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor. Don't buy anything on this show. Run from this program. Everything on this show is a lie. It'll financially destroy you. Every single program, every single phone call or tweet or whatever you get from me, I'm super high. Cocaine, heroin. I'm taking drugs, ingesting, snorting, injecting, you name it. I'm taking 15 different kinds of drugs, everything you can imagine. Liquid detergents, bath soap, snorting glue, smoking LSD and methamphetamine, whatever it is, I'll find a way to get high off it. So, but what we're seeing here is this. We're seeing an industry at what appears to be all starting to get on the Cosmo SDX chain, which is Ripple. Now, Ripple hooked up with a company called Persist and a company called Tendermint, okay? And they've hooked up now probably 90 blockchains. Whew, wait. And it appears to me, from the evidence I've been showing you guys, these companies are all starting to get on board. I don't care about the prices are dumping. That shit doesn't matter to me. What I look at on my program is this. My job is to show you fundamental news. Crypto Hawk, show us what the crypto industry is doing. This is what they're doing right now. Ripple created, I don't know if it's the MLS 100, whatever the fuck it is. It's the sidechain, the Ethereum virtual machine sidechain, whatever the fuck that is, okay? Now, it's Ripple created an Ethereum virtual machine operating system. It's called the Cosmo SDK. And Tendermint helped with it. A company called Tendermint, who's up in every single good project. This is what I'm seeing here. So there's a crypto called Wormhole, which you need to get because it's part of this. Wormhole is a cross-chain messaging protocol, and it will handle future expansions. So this Centrifuge can get hooked up with everybody else. Let us continue. The initiative fits into a broader trend. Here's the trend, everybody. I want you to see the trends that are happening. It's a trend of bringing traditional finance. That means all the money, such as bonds, funds, equities. Now, these are often called real-world assets, and they're putting them on to crypto rails. This is what Centrifuge is doing. It's taking all the old money, which is all the money, and putting it on top of crypto. I'm showing you what cryptos are doing this. You might want to get some exposure to this, just saying. Centrifuge, Wormhole, that's on the topic for today. Utilizing Cosmo SDK chain. That's how they're telling you how they're doing this. But Crypto Hulk, these prices are too cheap. I had one guy that told me this. One guy who's a friend. I haven't seen this guy. He has a son, and they moved away from where I lived. And I was talking to them 5 years ago about XRP and shit, probably when it was, I don't know, 30 cents. Here's the response I got. Well, when it hits $5, I think I'll start getting into it. He's like, let me know when it hits $5. And I'm like, did you really just say that? I didn't say it to his face, but I'm like, really? I've got people, I really don't talk to people about crypto anymore. But I got one guy that literally, when the crypto was cheap, he didn't want to touch it. And then he's like, oh, yeah, I got to buy my kids some dirt bikes or whatever. And those were like, I don't know, $3,000-4,000 a piece. And he bought two or three of them. So there's like around 10 grand. And then, you know, some years later and stuff, because he'll see, I used to go to this place and see this guy once or twice a week. And then, you know what he says now? Oh, man, I missed it. So I just want to show you something, because I see stupid people. I got people that are, I don't want XRP until it's $5. And then I got the other ones that are like, well, yeah, I'm not going to buy it right now. I got to buy some other stuff like dirt bikes. But I'll get back to it. And then now the excuse is, well, it's too expensive now for me to get in. Okay. You are clearly fucking retarded. Okay. And that's okay. It's not a put down. It's just a determination. That's why I can't talk to this person about crypto, because they're retarded. It's just a waste of my time. Centrifuge, which has built infrastructure. How much is Centrifuge? Let's go over this here. Oh, 30 cents. Oh, what a deal. 32 cents. Over the past 3 months, it's up 80-something%. Since we talked about Centrifuge, it's up 83%, which is really nothing. It's nothing at all. Let me click out of that one. Now, here is the Evmos, the Ethereum virtual machine operating system. Let me show you this. This is so massive right here. I need you to, if you're brand new, read this article. And if you're not brand new, read the article. I'm going to cherry pick it for you. Evmos, that's Ethereum virtual machine. OS stands for operating system, collaborates with Ripple and Persist to enhance. So Ripple and Persist made this XRP ledger, Ethereum virtual machine side chain. Okay. Let's look at it. Ripple and Persist will leverage EVM and then capital OS to further develop and enhance the XRP ledger, which is the XRPL Ethereum virtual machine side chain, which is currently in DevNet, developer net. Now, this was May 2024. It's no longer in developer net. What this is, let me show you something. What I've always seen is Ripple just happens. Okay, look, Ripple's not a company. It's a government agency pretending to be a company. All right. The other channels will not tell you this. They have no fucking clue at all. I'll tell you. And plus, the other channels are afraid, YT is going to bust down. They've been busted down my channel from the first 3 weeks that I started my channel. That was 5.5 years ago. I've been dealing with the YT censorship, and I'm not going away. I purposely have stayed on this platform telling you all kinds of things. I have never left this platform and have to say, well, I can't talk about it on YT. I've been talking about everything on YT. I've even lost a channel. That's how I am. I'm going to tell you the news. If it cuts down on my viewership, oh God, I'm still going to do it. YT thought they could do all this shit to the channel and somehow get me to not say things or to, it's not, I'm going to do what the fuck I'm going to do. That's just how I roll. Okay. I'm going to show you all the evidence, even if they restrict my channel, which they've already done for 5.5 years. Like this, I don't give a fuck with YT. I don't care. That's just how I am. When you watch my program, there's nobody on any platform that's going to talk about crypto like this because, I might lose viewers. I've already lost viewers. There's nothing. I'm at a point where it just doesn't fucking matter. That's the beauty of this channel. You watch it and you're like, well, how do I know this guy's telling the truth? Once you start watching my show, this obviously, how many people we got here watching my show? Well, I got it limited right now. Normally, lately, I've had probably 200-300 people watch the show while it's live. For 5.5 years, I should be up at 5,000 people. But it's okay. I'm going to keep making the same show that I do full of truth. And right now we're talking about Ripple. Everything is running on Ripple. You're not hearing this from any other channel because they have no clue. What we have you been hearing anything about this Cosmo SDK on any other channel? No, you have not. They don't even know it all. They're these XRP maxi channels, and they have no clue that right now 90 chains just got hooked up to the XRP ledger utilizing Cosmo SDK. These other channels don't have a fucking clue. They're all, oh, Ripple this, Ripple that. Why aren't you talking about anything that's going on in the Cosmo SDK? Oh, what's that? Never heard of that. Okay, let's keep going. So, in this article here, the Cosmo SDK brings access to over 60 Cosmos SDK chains via the Inter-Blockchain Communication Protocol. You ever heard that in the other channel? No, Crypto Hulk, we haven't. That's okay. Well, let's go to the private group and we'll talk about conspiracies. And I'm just like, whoa, really? Ghost? We're gonna tell ghost stories, really? People are gonna pay you money and you're gonna tell ghost stories on the internet. How sad. Truly sad. Yeah, so that's where we are on other channels. What my channel is I'm showing you what cryptos are doing what early cheap cryptos are doing what. So if you want to, you can invest in them and make a lot of money. Whether you want to pump dump them today and sell them tomorrow, I don't care. That's not my job. My job is to show you what the cryptos are. Some of you guys are collecting each different program. These are all good cryptos. And you're getting access to them early. Nobody's talking about the 60 Cosmos X SDK chains. No one's talking about that. We're exploring right now who is making the foundation for cryptocurrency of the future. That's what we go over on my program. What cryptos are early? One of them we're talking about now is Centrifuge. We've been going over it quite a while now in this article. We've been talking about Wormhole. Wormhole's like got 0.00 or something to it, or at least 0.0 whatever. I'm showing you the foundation of cryptocurrency usage in this article here. And we're going to wrap it up. Here's Wormhole. I did a Grok search. Wormhole says here on Grok, Wormhole's gateway component does leverage or use Cosmo SDK for connectivity to Cosmo-based chains. There you go. Wormhole, here's what Grok says. Wormhole does integrate with the XRP EVM sidechain, which was built using Cosmo SDK by Ripple and Persist right there. So there's your connections. You got two solid cryptos there. You could actually buy both of those. They're actually, although the one is 30 cents, a little bit expensive for my show. But imagine when Centrifuge hits 100, $500. And you're like, damn, I was watching this Crypto Hulk guy, and he was telling me to buy this shit when it was 18 cents back in July 2025. I first showed you this crypto. It was 18 cents. Now it's 30, and it's the very first crypto to go on the Dow Jones. Oh, shit. And we haven't even started yet. Alrighty then. Centrifuge is 32 cents. It is up 83% since we talked about it July 5th. So not too bad. When you're in the investment world and you make 15% a year, 10 to 15% in your investments, we just did that shit in 3 months, less than 3 months. We made 82%. People are like, damn. Yeah. That's how fast crypto grows. If you pick the right ones on Crypto Hulk Show, it is. All right, comment section. Let me check. Where can I buy router? Everybody likes router, huh? You go on MetaMask and get it one place. And I was just mining on the crypto app called Coin. It's XY crypto. That's on MetaMask. Let's take a look here. I just go to the app really quick, hit the button, mine some crypto. XYO network. That's on MetaMask. And they have an XL1 crypto that's tied into that as well. I got both, not much in each. XL1 got about $85 in it. And the XYO network, about $450. Let's see here. And then you can get router there as well. Router's, I think, up at 30% right now. It's up 33% from yesterday. So had you invested in it when I talked about it, you're already up 30% one day. So you put in $500 or whatever, or 1,000 or 500, and you're up, $150 to $300 in one day. Alrighty then. So yes, watch my show on router. It's an awesome crypto. They already switched. They're switching over as we speak to the new platform, the Cosmo SDK, already switching as we speak. Crystal Gazing says, yes, we are fortunate to find a Hulk with his Hulk army. What a joy. Let's see. Next article. Let me cut that one loose. Let me see some other comments. Stu Lavelle says, you've triggered me, Hulk. What to buy? Woo, woo, woo. There's some good cryptos out there. I'm just showing you. Hey, I got some people that just the dude buys $100 of everything I talk about. It's funny. And he's got like 70 cryptos. He's like, I got 70 cryptos. I'm kind of getting overwhelmed. Oh my God. You can do that too, I guess. If we're talking about a certain crypto, if, look, you can't come back to me on a single phone call in 10, 15 minutes. If you're a $500 member, like, look, I mean, it sounds funny, but like the guy's got 70. But I go over the cryptos and break them down, and like he'll buy $100 of each one. I mean, these are good ones that we talk about. They're solid connections and stuff. I mean, that's now. Remember, some of these cryptos, they're going to switch platforms, like Router. Router's getting rid of their old platform and they're going to a new platform. I told you guys when I was talking about the crypto, but they're using the same coin, just a different platform. And I told you they're making a transition about it. I didn't realize it'd be happening right now, but it's happening right now. They're switching over platforms utilizing the same crypto. Some projects will fail. Sometimes, like the certain cryptos, they're going to keep the same platform, but switch the crypto. Sometimes they're going to switch the crypto and keep the platform. It's just a flip-flop. So you're going to be buying these different cryptos, realize some, and then some projects are going to go, they're going to disappear. That's just how shit works. So you can't have just one crypto. That would be like the worst thing in the world, to buy this one crypto only. That would be all bad. I need to keep enough money for beer in Thailand. $2 a beer is ridiculous. Oh my God. So yeah, I mean, you know, I'll talk about different cryptos. I mean, that guy definitely has a diverse amount of crypto, like 70. I mean, I don't know if I'd do that necessarily. It's not bad. He's probably got the most diverse group you could think of. So if one or two projects fail, I mean, this dude's got 70, right? So in that respect, if all the ISO cryptos, if the government takes all the ISO cryptos because they're systemically important, it's not going to hurt this guy. He's got 70. So, you know, I can't tell people. I mean, you can call me. Like, I don't got them all memorized. That's for certain. No. You know, if you wanted to call me and say, hey, I want to consolidate some of my crypto, we're only going to be able to do 5 over the phone at a time, roughly, maybe 6, 7, because I got to look them up. I don't have the shit memorized. How am I going to memorize 70 different cryptos? Who their partners, this, that? It's on Grok. So I just open up a Grok page, look through my report that I did, and we have to do that one by one. So just to let you know. Next article up right here. United Kingdom tokenization. I'm telling you, everybody, it's coming. They're getting all set up right in front of us. Right in front of us. All this is happening. The normal people, the normies, all the people that are going to be broke, called the normies. But the prices of crypto are down. So that means you're not going to buy any of it because the prices are down. See, that's like, isn't that like the opposite of this show? The average people do the complete opposite of what's on this program. They don't want to spend it. I got a show. My show lasts 1 hour, and we go over different cryptos. I break it down to where, I mean, it's up to you then. I show you the evidence. I show you what trends, what things are happening. You have to decide what you want to do with that information. The normal people are like, oh, I can't spend an hour. I've got to go watch dumb shit on TikTok for an hour, but I can't spend an hour learning about the future of money. What a shame. But let's look here. What's going on in the United Kingdom? The United Kingdom and 6 major banks launched a tokenized sterling pilot until 2026. What do we got here? Quant crypto. We got a crypto that's being actually named. Now, they'll name this crypto Quant. What's funny is they won't tell you about the cryptos. How much is Quant? Somebody look it up. How much is Quant? I'm going to wait. How much is Quant? Can somebody please look it up? $97. Oh, shit. $88.24. Depends on where you're at around the world. Crypto She-Hulk saying $88. See what I mean? They'll tell you, here's how fucked up this is. They'll tell you what crypto they're going to use when it's already $100. Are you seeing this? Okay. I just want to put this out there. I've been in the crypto space 5.5 years. I've never seen where any of these governments or banks are going to tell you what crypto they're going to use. This is the first time I've seen this. But why did they tell us about Quant years ago when they first starting to tell? Because they don't want to tell you shit when it's cheap. That's the game, everybody. Now all of a sudden, when Quant is damn near $100 for one, now they're going to start telling you which ones they're going to try it with. Programmable pounds. Programmable pounds powered by Quant. Now all of a sudden, they're going to let you know what crypto it is. You got to love it. See, we go over this crypto when it's got 0.00, sometimes 0 in front of it. That's when I tell you about this stuff. These banks won't tell you until it's already like $100. Let's continue. It's powered by Quant. Let Barclays, I think they've had some dealings with Ripple, HSBC, second largest bank in the world. Now all of a sudden, Lloyd's of London wants to come out and start playing. I was telling you about them years ago with crypto. They turn deposits into code. So payments, fraud checks, and assessment settlements happen in one synchronized move through 2026. Here we go, everybody. The United Kingdom, the trade body representing more than 300 banks in the United Kingdom. Do you see how massive this is? You've got more than 300 financial institutions in the United Kingdom. They have unveiled all of a sudden now a 2-year pilot for tokenized sterling deposits in collaboration with 6 of the country's largest banks: Barclays, HSBC, Lloyd's Bank Group, NatWest, Ripple Partner, Nationwide, Santander, Ripple Partner. The initiative announced Friday, a couple days ago, seeks to explore how digital representations of pound sterling commercial bank money can improve payments, fraud prevention, and settlement efficacy. Do you see what is going on right here? Because I hope you do, because if not, I see a broke person. The pilot will run until mid-2026 and is positioned as a step toward modernizing the United Kingdom financial market. Do you see what's going on here? They're telling you right now. This should be one of the biggest articles you hear today on the news, but it won't be. If your crypto channel spends less than 10 seconds, which most will do, they'll spend less than 10 seconds on this. Crypto Hulk will spend probably 5 minutes, something like that. Maybe 10. The technical backbone for the project will be provided by the Quant network. Now, you see what's going on right here? They're just coming out and telling you. This is what I find very, very interesting. For 5.5 years, I've not seen any kind of bank, project, pilot, whatever the fuck you want to call it, tell you what crypto they're going to use. But here we'd have it. Now, why is that? It could also be a distraction technique. They're telling you it's Quant, but who the fuck's going to buy Quant at $100? You wanted to buy that shit when it's like a penny. So that's why they're telling you it's Quant. And also, they get you to focus on Quant because it's not just Quant. There's other cryptos involved with this project. I could look it up, but I'm not doing it right now. They don't want to talk about anything else. But now they're telling you, I just find this very interesting. The technical backbone for the project will be provided by Quant, a UK-based firm specializing in blockchain interoperability. I'll tell you what, in the 5.5 years I've been in crypto, I almost never see Quant coming up on the radar at all. Okay. It's not that I don't look for it. It never pops up for a reason. We're delighted to announce that Quant has been selected to create the new payments infrastructure and bank technology of the UK's tokenizing sterling deposits, a groundbreaking financial market infrastructure. Quant founder and CEO Gilbert Verdian said, the project is about building the infrastructure powering tomorrow's economy, positioning the UK at the forefront of tokenized money innovation. Now, all of a sudden, I want you to see it, everybody. You're getting in on all these cryptos that I'm showing you for free. I mean, for really cheap, okay? What's going to happen at some point is these cryptos are going to come out of nowhere, and that's just how these people do this. These cheap cryptos, I'm showing you all the connections, all the innovations, and then one day it's going to be like a Quant. It's $100 a pop, okay? I don't know which ones exactly. Some of them are going to be way more expensive than the others. Now, for the guy that's buying $100 a pop for each of them, oh, that guy will get his money. He'll get his money because he's so diversified. He already owns $100 of the crypto, and he's buying them on my show, and they got zeros in front of him. So he's probably getting at least 10, 20, 30, 40,000 of everything. $40,000 times 100 a piece. Let's see how much that would be. $40,000. Oh shit, that's $4 million. $4 million on $100 investment. So that guy on the channel, he doesn't pump dump. Some do, some don't. He just tells me I just buy $100, maybe $200 a week on my program. He'll buy something, just hold it. That $100 one day turns into every $100 for this guy will turn into like $4 million. He's not trying to make $150, $200 on a crypto, and no, he don't care about that dumb shit. He's trying to turn that $100 into $4 million. And if he's got 70 of those, and they each go to $100, 70 times 4, that's $280 million. Now I see what this guy's doing. See, he's not trying to make $200, and he'll have that blown by the weekend. Then it's all gone. This guy's trying to create millions. He's not thinking about right here, right now. Right here, right now. He don't care about that shit. He'll put in $100 and not think about it for a year or 2 or 3 or whatever. And all of a sudden he looks at his wallet. And he's like, holy shit, I got $300,000 in this wallet. So there you go. I'm going to let this go, but they're tokenizing and putting it into crypto form right here. Research from Ernst & Young indicates that half of the institutional investors are considering tokenized products. That's crypto. Half of the institutional investors are looking at cryptocurrency. This is where we're at. I remember when there wouldn't be any institutional investors looking into crypto at all. Now, all of a sudden, it's 50%. Wow. Okay. Let's check right here real quick in the comments. Seals Q in the news. Seals Q. Here we go. Now that's a stock you can buy. LAES on the NASDAQ. Let's do a copy and a paste. Here we go again with Seals Q. Seals Q is a Ripple partner. I'm sorry, Hedera, which is a Ripple partner. Let's do a copy and a paste. Right here. Right here. All right, Seals Q partnering with Hedera in the next generation of post-quantum semiconductors. So now we know Seals Q is hooked up with Hedera. And in this article here, you've got Hedera, Algorand, and Ripple all as partners right there. Then we got Ripple partnering with Chainlink right here. Right there. Now you see the connection with Seals Q. What is Seals Q? It's a hardware company hooking up with Hedera, which is a software company. They've already done this, a microchip that is quantum computer resistant. This microchip, imagine when that microchip goes into every phone, every computer, every router, everything. That means Seals Q stock is going to be nutso. Seals Q has signed a definitive agreement with Quantix Edge Security to develop Spain's first post-quantum semiconductor personalization center in Murcia. Not America, but Murcia. The project is expected to generate $25 million in revenue over 3 years, starting in H1 2026. The development aligns with Spain's national strategy. See, what's going to happen here is this. Those of you that have Seals Q stock, when they release this microchip to the world, this stock is going to take off, okay? In its early stages, as the real world adoption starts kicking in, that's when the stock really starts to go crazy. Now, what will really help is if we have a quantum attack somewhere. Oh, that'll make the Seals Q stock go up so fast you have no idea. Most people are like, oh, yeah, quantum computer protection. Until your bank account gets drained, then all of a sudden it's as real as a heart attack, isn't it? Then it's like, oh, shit, what am I going to do? It's all good until your business gets hacked and your bank account gets shut down. Then all of a sudden it's like, fuck, I need that Seals Q microchip. Then all of a sudden that stock goes from $3 to $300 very fast overnight, just like that, okay? The development here with Seals Q aligns with Spain's national strategy following the government's $19 million investment in Quantix, projected to create 793 euros in economic impact. So the government of Spain Wow, invested in this. That's a pretty big deal. Seals Q will begin distributing post-quantum semiconductors through Quantage Edge Security in 2026. While facility construction continues, supporting its $170 million potential revenue pipeline. Additionally, Seals Q plans to launch the Quantum Shield, the QS7001, mid-November. That's coming up like next month, featuring NIST, standardized quantum-resistant algorithms for cryptocurrency for defense countries, for cryptocurrency, defense, healthcare. Oh, wow. Quantum Shield, you guys. Let me click out of that article. Let's look. Now, we just got done talking about the United Kingdom, right? With Quant, the United Kingdom testing out crypto tokenized deposits, those 6 banks in the United Kingdom. Now, looky here. We got the rest of Europe right here. The European Central Bank is going to conduct new digital euro experiments next year. Now, let me show you something. Now, before we start talking about the digital euro, something you all should know. Here's an article here. Digital Euro Association partners with Ripple. This is 3 years ago. Is Ethereum here? No. Is Bitcoin here? No. Are other cryptos here? No. We're reading an article now about the Digital Euro Association. Ripple partner comes out of Frankfurt, Germany. The European Central Bank said on Friday it would conduct new experiments next year about what could be achieved through a digital euro. In a further step for a project it sees as key for preserving the Eurozone's financial autonomy from the United States. The European Central Bank said this year's experiments with the private sector showed the digital euro, an electronic wallet backed by the central bank, could facilitate automated payments on public transport or certain reimbursements. Everybody, they're rolling it out right in front of us. The United Kingdom and the 6 banks are going to roll out tokenization right now. The European Central Bank, starting maybe in January, they're rolling out cryptocurrency use to test it. Okay. We already know with the European Central Bank, they're talking about a digital euro. Ripple's a part of that. They're a member of that association. Let me tell you something. This is already done. They're not going to roll something out. Have you ever heard they roll out something and it fails? No, that never happens. They roll something out when they've already done it. They know it's going to work. So they're creating a story. Well, yep, we're going to roll this out and test it. And in a certain period of time, the next one is, yep, now we're going to try to add this or that to it and see if it works. Yep, we've tried this and that and it works. Now we're going to go try this. Now we're going to try money markets. Yeah, okay, that works too. 3 months later, 6 months later. Now we're going to try this. They've already done all this. What this is they're trying to get the public warmed up to this idea. That's what all this is. Ripple's already been a part of this 3 years ago. Do you think they haven't done any testing? Like, this is all done. They're showing us, yeah, we're going to roll this out. This is already done. So I just want you to see this right now. I think maybe my opinion, 2030, like the Saudi Arabians have the Vision 2030. Maybe it is 2030 when all this thing takes off. I don't know. I have no idea. What I do know is that we find crypto while they're cheap. That's what I do know. And let me take a look. Yeah, I think we're just about done. Let me check some last minute comments here. Boiled frog. Imagine the year. Imagine the year is 2050 and you found your old wallet. Your grandkids find your old wallet and the password. Okay, I think that'll be a wrap. I'm going to look for a show, maybe for tonight, if I can do one, 5:00 p.m. Pacific. I'm going to look for a crypto. Don't know if I'll find one, but that's my goal today, is to look for one for a 5 p.m. program, and I will see you then.